Everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Michael Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 21-year-old resident Dovid Schwartzberg was seen in photos and video inside the Capitol on January 6th. Schwartzberg also recorded videos himself of his crimes, and then he shared them on TikTok. So one video shows Schwartzberg jumping through a broken window to enter the Capitol, and he was seen on surveillance video walking up to various windows throughout the building where he was encouraging others to follow him, and he was waving for them to come into the building. Schwartzberg was even captured on video physically helping others to get into the Capitol through breached windows. And he shared a video with a caption, quote, "It was intense inside Congress today." And he filmed others as he entered the office of Senator Jeff Merkley. Schwartzberg was also later seen exiting the Capitol, and he first gave a peace sign with his fingers, and then he pumped his fist in the air like he was celebrating. He then filmed another selfie-style video after he exited the building, and he said in that video that he took a, quote, friendly stroll in the backyard of Congress with his, quote, buddies. And as he said that, he panned the camera over to a line of officers. Then Schwartzberg turned the camera back to himself and said it was a, quote, nice day in Washington while he was winking and smiling. Schwartzberg also texted while he was inside the building. He told people that he was, quote, inside Congress and, quote, I'm in the building. Following the Capitol attack, Schwartzberg sent a text to acquaintances boasting that he was, quote, the first guy in history to have a cigarette in Congress. And then on January 7th, he shared another video on TikTok. This time he shared a video of a man inside the Capitol crypt, and he was yelling, quote, I came to live, but I am ready to fucking die. Unlike most others, though, Schwartzberg did admit to entering the building through a broken window when he was interviewed by the FBI. That was on March 11th of last year. He said that he wanted to, quote, be where the action was. And then Schwartzberg also sent the FBI some of the videos he recorded. However, he initially was resistant to that idea because he said that some of his videos showed other members of the mob doing, quote, stupid things, and he didn't want to incriminate anyone. Schwartzberg also admitted that he deleted some of his January 6 videos and photos. So Schwartzberg was arrested on April 21st of last year. He was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. In March of this year, Schwartzberg pleaded guilty to the parading charge. So he was looking at up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. But the prosecutor requested only 120 days in jail, so approximately 4 months. They also asked for 3 years probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. In their sentencing memo, prosecutors said that Schwartzberg filmed officers in riot gear trying to protect the Capitol, and that you could hear alarms blaring in his videos. So he clearly knew he wasn't allowed inside the building. Here's the interesting part about this case, though. His attorney specifically asked that Schwartzberg not receive probation. Schwartzberg's attorney argued that he should receive jail time and no more than 2 weeks. So I'm thinking that it has to do with some sort of medical issue, maybe, because a large portion of the paragraph was redacted in the section of the sentencing memo, which discusses this issue. And then following the redacted portion of that paragraph, it states, quote, in other words, counsel is not concerned that Dovid will knowingly disregard or violate any condition of probation and doesn't believe that he has done so in this case. Rather, counsel fears that Dovid would be at risk for violating a condition, and then that part is redacted also. So it seems to indicate that Schwartzberg would unknowingly violate his probation for some reason. And then in a statement to the probation board, Schwartzberg wrote, quote, "While I now recognize the wrongful nature of walking through a broken window to enter the Capitol building and encouraging others to do so as well, at the time, I really didn't give it too much thought as I was caught up in the moment and the energy of the crowd. I simply joined along with everyone else, not wanting to miss out on what appeared to be something historic." The judge in this case was Thomas Hogan. He was appointed by Ronald Reagan, and he's pretty much a very no-nonsense kind of law and order guy. And he makes it very clear that he's disgusted by what took place on January 6th. I couldn't locate any details about what was said at sentencing, but Judge Hogan ended up sentencing Schwartzberg to only 45 days in jail and a $500 restitution fee. I was very shocked by this. I was surprised he didn't give the prosecutor more of what they asked for. So I think there's something going on with this case that we may never be privy to. In the many January 6 sentences that I've covered and profiled, I have never once heard a defense attorney say, "No, don't give my client probation. I would rather them go to jail because they'll probably violate their probation conditions." So something's up, but he should have given him, at the bare minimum, some community service and a fine. So I'm not happy with this one at all. But like I said, there's clearly something going on here that we don't know about. Anyway, guys, when and if I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.